Hello everyone, and today we're talking about the Halo Infinite situation. If you're in the Halo scene, you'll know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. If you're new or you haven't been keeping up, then don't worry, I'll catch you up on that too. Today, Halo Studios unveiled the new Halo Infinite update that will be coming to the game next week, February the 4th. This new update features numerous changes both in terms of sandbox and weaponry, but it also brings in a brand new game mode, a new weapon, and I'm using inverted talking marks when I say that, an overhaul to the battle pass and monetization systems, as well as numerous new maps created by the community, pay the Halo Forgers. It's clear that Halo Infinite only has a very small team doing what they can to try to get content out, similar to the last few Halo MCC updates, and even the community devs have said the studio is full speed developing multiple Halo projects. Those projects will be unveiled in future, if I had to guess, in June. With that said, today we'll be looking at all of the new Halo Infinite changes. Some people are really unhappy, some people are indifferent, some people are just tired, understandably so too. There is going to be really large changes to the monetization model, which collectively the whole live chat said boo. There was also some really positive Halo changes that made the game fit more in line with past titles, and there were some changes to the overall content offering in the game. So with that said, let's break it all down. Now the battle pass / monetization changes are very convoluted. By that I mean they're very complicated, but once people started to understand them, they weren't too happy. I'm going to try word it very simply so everyone can follow along. Once I've explained it in a clear way, I'll explain what this means and what my thoughts are. Sounds good? Sounds good. So for free-to-play players, the free 20-tier battle pass is still there. Nothing changes, you get one free set of armor every month. If you miss that free content, then the armor will go into the exchange. That part is new. Makes me wonder how much of the exchange content will actually be new content and not just stuff people miss from the battle passes. The premium pass has been returned to a 50-tier battle pass. Now it features 4 sets of armor, you get 1 for free, and then 3 new premium sets of armor. This will cost 1,000 points, basically the price of one of the old seasonal battle passes. As I said before, Halo Infinite is back to the seasonal model. They reiterated that, so expect a large content drop every new season. Here's where people have a problem with the changes. Apparently, these 3 paid sets, the new premium 50-tier battle pass, will be shop content if you don't buy it, aka FOMO has been introduced to Halo Infinite. Now the community manager sketch also showed there'll be additional shop content, so they've put the Halo Combat Evolved Marine in the shop, Mickey from ODST in the shop. I have some pretty big reservations about some of the changes, so let's break it all down. So first of all, if you don't buy the paid pass at 1,000 credits, they'll be full price next season. As I said, FOMO. Second, the 50-tier pass was initially removed because Microsoft wasn't making enough money, as you would get 1,000 credits back just by completing your battle pass. That meant you never had to spend any money after that first $10 investment, as you would get the subsequent battle passes for free. You would use your 1,000 points, you complete the 100 tiers, you get 1,000 points back, and repeat. This meant that Halo Studios changed it to the 20-tier pass with a weapon skin for 500 points. Now I have a feeling that this was starting to not equal as much money either, so we've seen another change to a new system yet again to try and incentivize player purchases. The 50-tier battle pass now doesn't give credits back at all, only Spartan points, the free currency for the exchange. Feels like it was all planned out. Now unlike the older passes, which was a major selling point of Halo Infinite, the premium pass will not be available anymore once the time period of the season has elapsed. Let me say that again. This was a key thing Halo Infinite was known for. The passes never expire. Now they do. I understand a free-to-play game needs to make money. I know that cosmetics are the main way for them to do this. I also realize that if you're a player who drops money on the shop, this is actually better value for you, and it makes me think again that they're really desperate to generate revenue. In saying that, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point out that 1, the big shift towards content not being available always and you don't get credits back is a large change. I want you guys to be vocal about this and give me your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, your voice matters, and we all know how I feel about this stuff. 2, and here's the sticking point for me, and I'll go into greater detail. If Halo Studios, Microsoft, whoever is pushing so hard to generate revenue for Halo Infinite, or for the franchise in general, why can't some of that funding be used for Halo Infinite itself? People weren't and aren't happy that the new weapons are just hybrids of past ones. Forgers have been carrying all of the map related content, paid the damn Forgers. It comes to a point where you're like, okay, a majority of players will support you. We will support Halo Infinite, but we want developer created content to to continue. I feel like that's a fair middle ground. The players pay, so the developers create. Many dig site members and even Halo forgers came out today to say that Halo Studios, you are having the community hard carry content and it doesn't sit right with them. Now, while we're on the topic of new developer content, the new weapon, if we're calling it that, is the fuel rod Spnkr. Every single social media platform for the official Halo page had so many people voicing their disdain, their annoyance at it, and many of them were like, why not just add the fuel rod? It also doesn't help that the fuel rod is actually left over in the files from Halo 5. I'll play some of the gameplay right now so you guys can see it. I personally know why they didn't add a fuel rod, so I'll try to explain it as best I can. So the MA5K Avenger, the first new gun, was a kit bash of the assault rifle. It shared animations. The new fuel rod Spnkr uses the animations of the Spnkr rocket launcher. See where I'm going with this? Microsoft is to blame. They don't want to give animators to Halo Infinite so they can make the animations required for the new weaponry. This puts Halo Studios in a rough position as they have to use pre-existing things to try and get new weapons out. I don't think anyone's angry at the developers themselves. I think people are just fed up that Halo 5, for example, had so many new guns and yet Halo Infinite has had so little. It's a very stark difference. Next month, we'll be getting the double barrel shotgun, the mutilator, and thankfully in this regard, the animations were already finished. So this will be a true new weapon. Hooray! Now in saying that, the fuel rod gameplay I just showed, I would have looked at reusing those animations from Halo 5 and put them into Halo Infinite. Not a perfect solution by any means, but I think people would have been happier. Now a very quick side note, and once Halo modders saw this Frankenstein kit bashed version of the fuel rod gun, they went into their mod tools and within 1 hour made the fuel rod Spnkr on Halo Reach. And it actually looks pretty good. I don't know what to say. I just figured I'd throw this in here. Make of it what you will. In terms of the fuel rod itself, yes, it functions as a fuel rod. Yes, it fires 6 shots before you need a reload. And yes, it's going to be very, very powerful. My only piece of criticism was that the fuel rod gun projectiles should bounce. A little bit of Halo lore for you guys. The fuel rod projectiles bounce so dumb grunts didn't shoot the floor in front of them. The fuel rod will be sharing the rocket launcher pad in matchmaking. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This brings us to Sandbox. Changes to how the game plays. There's so much here. The more negligible ones I'm not going to include, but I will link the blog post if you want to read it all yourself. Today I'm covering on the big changes, the ones that are going to impact each player and their experience online. So let's get into it. 1. Frag grenades will bounce more. Again, bringing it in line with past Halo titles. Frag grenades will now be bouncy. 2. They nerfed my beloved shock rifle. They've removed a lot of the hip fire magnetism, so now no scoping is much harder to do. 3. They reverted some assault rifle changes to bring it back in line with the assault rifle people enjoyed. 4. And this is the big one for me, they brought back classic Halo jumping. So back in Halo 3, Reach, all of the classic games, you were rewarded for superior game knowledge. Thankfully, Halo Studios has realized player expression is a good thing and have added numerous skill jumps for players to practice. I have examples on screen now for you all to watch. 5. Shotguns. Their heatwave range has been significantly nerfed and the Bulldog has had its headshot damage multiplier removed. This makes the gun a consistent 3-shot kill and completely removes the ability for that shotgun to kill in 2 shots. This Bulldog damage change was made with ranked in mind. I am curious if it's going to make infection horrible. We already know the Bulldog shotgun is inconsistent in infection. That little bit less of extra damage might be the difference between a player being infected or actually killing the zombie. Time will tell. Finally, 6. Strafing speed. This is the most impactful change, so I've left it for last. How fast you can go from left to right on Halo Infinite has always felt artificial. There's no way players should be snapping left to right when strafing, so to bring it in line with every past Halo game, this has been slowed down. When the update goes live, you'll notice it'll be much easier to track players across every skill level now. Across the board, it seems like a big push to make Infinite like past Halo games, which is appreciated, but seriously, in future, don't change things that don't need to be changed. I've said it before, I'm saying it again, please keep this in mind. Lastly today, we have some new content coming to the game. First is the new game mode from Halo 2, Assault. This is just standard 1 bomb assault and neutral assault from past games, so nothing crazy. What I did like is that there'll be featured playlists day 1 for both 4v4 assault and 8v8 big team battle assault. So if you want to play the classic big team battle version, you can. If you want to play the classic arena version, you can. The only other thing I need to share today is the Halo 5 map Coliseum has been recreated by Halo forgers and it looks great. It'll be in both ranked and social playlists on February the 4th. I cannot state how grateful I am to the forgers for everything they've done. The Halo community me is just awesome. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about Halo Infinite's new update and changes to the game. Future operations after this month will be on screen now. We have Operation Blue Team and Operation Forerunner. I would expect Halo 5's Master Chief armor will be in the shop for the Blue Team one, and Forerunner has some new armor sets which I'll have on screen now. The biggest, most impactful changes here are to the Battle Pass / the monetization, the introduction of FOMO, and the content in the Battle Pass expiring. I really don't like that aspect at all. In regards to the new weapon, the Furod Spnkr, Microsoft really needs to give animators to Infinite so they can properly finish off these guns so they don't need to Frankenstein these pseudo new weapons together. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. Once the new update rolls out, I'll put everything through its paces and do a follow-up. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.